Hey guys, I'm so glad that you liked the first video. I am so excited because I got so many emails and you were showing me your writing, you were showing me and telling me what you were reading, so keep that coming. It makes me very happy to see that. So I thought that today it would be fun to read a book called Sally's Room because I want you to think right now, how messy is your bedroom? Or if your bedroom is clean, think about a closet. I know that yesterday I actually took everything out of one of my closets and organized it, and it just made me feel so much better because everything was in a place and it wasn't all over. So I'm going to challenge you today to think of something you could organize. Maybe you want to set a big goal and say you really want to organize your bedroom. Or maybe you want to set a smaller goal and say, hey, I just want to organize my desk. Or I just want to organize my shoes. Because, Mrs. Engel, she loves her shoes. So maybe that can be my goal for today, for after I read this book to you guys, that I can go and I can organize my shoes. So if you organize something, let me know. Send me an email, show me a picture. Maybe you want to organize your games or anything really. So I want you to enjoy this book. This is another one of my favorite books. It's called Sally's Room by M.K. Brown. And thank you very much to Scholastic for allowing me to read this book and post it online so that my class can enjoy it. So here's the cover, and I want you just to notice, Sally's room kind of looks like a mess. Not even kind of. Sally's room is a mess. So let's find out what happens with Sally's room. Late one morning, as Sally got ready for school, she stepped on a stegosaurus. Then she stepped on a triceratops. She couldn't find her colored pencils, and she couldn't find her favorite sweater. Sally left the house that morning in a very bad mood. Bummer. It's not a good start to the day. Sally's room was in a bad mood, too. The lamp spoke up. "What are you laughing at?" It glared at the globe. "You've got socks on your head. Ha ha," exclaimed the globe. You've both got socks on your heads," said a clock with no batteries. I'm peeking over to make sure you can see the pictures. "Never mind that," yelled the chair. "Look at me. Who could sit on me? I'm stuffed. I'm going under." "Ugh," said a fishbowl that badly needed scrubbing. "Yuck," said half a peanut butter sandwich. "That's nothing," said the bureau. "Just look at that bed." Everybody looked at the bed. Now the bed began to squirm. Now, as I'm reading about the bed, I want you to picture how much is on this bed, and then I'm going to show you the picture. "What's wrong with me? I'm very comfortable the way I am." "Sort of," said the bed. Some checkers fell out. An almost complete jigsaw puzzle fell out. "How can you possibly be comfortable?" they yelled, "with crayons and dinosaurs and scratchy doll clothes all mixed up in your sheets?" "Come to think of it," the bed said, "I could use a little house cleaning." "We all could," stated the globe. "Exactly," said the clock. "It's time for a change." "Let's go find Sally right now," they all shouted. "Let's tell her just how we feel." Now have that picture of the bed in your head because I'm going to show you the actual picture of her bed and see if you pictured more on her bed or less on her bed. So here's one picture of her bed. And then here is where they're all talking about going to find Sally at school. I don't even know how she could sleep in that bed. Sally's messy room marched out the door and down the street, through the center of town, past the corner market, past the library, past the fire station, and up the long driveway to school. People almost fainted when they saw it. Even dogs and cats ran away fast. So now her stuff is on a mission to go find Sally. At the school, the custodian got excited and fell into a bush. The principal screamed. Squeezing through the front door was not easy, but Sally's room was determined. It got in. Down the hall and up the stairs it went, looking for Sally. Now I'm sure some of you just went, oh, the book said the E word. It did say easy. Can you think of a different word for easy? Squeezing through the front door was not simple. Maybe I could say not simple. I want to know what other words you thought of for the word easy. Because remember, what's easy for some isn't easy for others. So we try to find synonyms for that. The teacher, Mrs. Licati, had just asked the class, what is the capital of Brazil? Sally knew the answer was Brasilia. She raised her hand. So here they are, squeezing through the front door. And there's Sally raising her hand. She knows the answer. Mrs. Licati called on another person, and that's when Sally saw something familiar in the hallway. It was a lamp passing by, a lamp with socks hanging down. It looked like her lamp, her socks. Sally's face turned white as a sheet, which is what fluttered by next. Oh, said Sally. I noticed literary language. Did you notice the literary language? As white as a sheet. Oh, said Mrs. Licati when the door burst open and an unmade bed fell in. Wow, said the whole class when a bureau crashed in on top of the bed and a lamp came next and play money and plastic horses bounced all over the floor. Mrs. Licati stayed cool. I'm not sure I would have stayed cool if I were the teacher in that situation. People, she said, please take your seats. As you can see, we have a problem here. And then she asked in a clear, calm voice, just whose messy room is this? A couple of kids raised their hand, thinking it was their room, but it was Sally who stood up and said, it's mine. It's my room, and I like it that way. I know where everything is. So there's the teacher keeping calm. And here's Sally saying, you know what? I'm fine with my messy room. Yes, said the lamp. It's your room, but you can't ever find anything. I can too, answered Sally. You couldn't find your sweater this morning, said the fishbowl. The globe said, you couldn't find your colored pencils and you needed them for your map of South America. Now Sally didn't know what to do. She stared out the window. Wait a second, said the clock. Look at Sally's desk. What a surprise! Sally's desk was very tidy. Her marker pens, workbooks, ruler, and pencils were all arranged carefully. Her lunch was in the drawer. There were no candy wrappers anywhere. interesting. I don't get it, said the lamp. How come, at school, people can be very neat and know where everything goes, but at home they throw things around? That is a good question, said Mrs. Locati. Luckily for Sally, the bell rang just then. Sally rushed to the door. Wonder where she's going. All her stuff from her room is at school. Why is she rushing to the door? Her room rushed out too, but got hung up in the hallways. Then it got stuck in afternoon traffic. Sally arrived home first. She ran up the stairs, opened the door, and of course, there was nothing there. Gosh, she said, what a big space. I could draw huge pictures in here. I could have all my friends over. I could dance in here. Sally began to twirl and spin graceful as a swan. She was a famous ballerina in a beautiful dress, dancing on the stage in front of everyone she knew. Until her room barged through the door and spread out all over the place. And that was when Sally got a great idea, all by herself. Okay, she said, it is time for a change. I have important things to do. I need more room in this room. The first thing Sally did was find a large box for toys and clothes to give away. She packed them carefully so that other children would like them. This game was fun when I was little, Sally thought, but now it's boring. Then she picked up all the underwear, socks, pajamas, shirts, shorts, skirts, pants, dresses, and blouses that needed washing. They went into a big laundry bag. Now she could see the floor again. Sally cleaned the fishbowl and fed the fish. They liked it. She arranged her horses and dolls on a shelf where she could admire them. She put her art supplies in one place so she could make drawings or clay monsters whenever she wanted. The books went into the bookcase. She gave the clock a battery. She made the bed. That's when she found her colored pencils. That's when she found her favorite sweater. Look what happens when you get organized and clean up. You find things you think you lost. As Sally put each thing away, the room began to feel big again. It was a place where anything could happen, especially dancing. When it was time for bed, Sally snuggled in her clean, soft sheets. She was tired. I still don't have a light bulb, said the lamp. Oh well, answered the globe. Nobody's perfect. Sally fell asleep that night in a very good mood. Wow. That, again, is one of my favorite books. I know, you're like, Mrs. Engel, you have a lot of favorite books. I do, because I love reading. So, are you up for the challenge? Because as I was reading this book, thought about everything that I could organize. So, my goal today is I am going to organize my bookshelf with all my books, because I've just been putting them in piles on there, and I want to get organized that way. So that is my task that I am going to complete today. So if you clean your room and make it tidy, you can email me and say, Mrs. Engel, I cleaned my room today because of the book that you read. Or if you organize your shoes, you could say, Mrs. Engel, I organized my shoes because you were talking about how you like shoes and my shoes were just thrown in the closet, so I wanted to pick them up. Maybe you could do it with a grown-up at home, or if you have a sibling at home, you could organize something with them. That could be super fun. So let me know what you did because you were inspired by Sally's room and how she cleaned it up. All right, second graders, I'll check in with you again later. Bye!